There's 2 features in this van that you'll only find in a custom build. Hey everyone, Zach here with ADF, and today we're checking out this beautiful van behind me. It's called the Blue Wanderer. It's made for a wilderness rescuer who loves outdoor photography. Let's check it out. They opted to have a nice deck space here on their roof rack. We make our own roof racks in-house, so it's all solid aluminum and it's welded all the way around. So we have a double hoop style here, giving you plenty of tie down points for securing gear. We also have 180 watts of solar here to provide plenty of power to keep the batteries all topped off. We have a vent fan that also has a rain temperature sensor, so it closes up if it gets a little wet outside. And then of course we have our pneumatic X3 AC unit to provide AC for the inside when sleeping in some hotter climates. All right, moving on down on the side here, I'm standing on our in-house fabricated aluminum side ladder with some nice grippy steps. And you'll notice on the top of the roof rack here, we have these 2 mounting points. Our customer is a wilderness rescuer, so he actually has some antennas that he wants to add onto the roof rack here. All right, so you probably figured out why we call it the Blue Wanderer. It's this beautiful metallic blue on the Sprinter here, which really just gives it a lot of character. And it really makes all the accessories pop too. So we went with an all black theme. We have our Method race wheels with our Cooper Discover AT3 tires, our SPAR exhaust system for the heater that we have inside, our water tank fill and gray water dumping ports here. Lastly, over here we have our in-house short side step. We make these extra wide and grippy, so it's really easy to get a nice step in and out of the van. All right, finishing up the outside of the Blue Wanderer, we have a 50-inch light bar up there on the roof rack to provide some extra light when off-roading outdoors. And then coming onto the inside slider door area, we have our magnetic Van Essentials bug net. All right, cruising on into the Blue Wanderer, we can see that there's a good amount of open space, lots of L-track on the ceiling and walls behind me. That's because our customer here has a lot of gear, so he wanted to have plenty of extra space to move things around, make sure he's got plenty of tie-down points to hang things overhead. And he also drives around with 2 very large German Shepherds who, as you can imagine, need a little extra space. So he kept with an open design here. It also allows the van to feel really nice and open. So overhead we have a microwave, which is powered by our 2000 watt inverter. We have a Dometic fridge here that keeps everything nice and cool with a mini freezer compartment. And then we also have a Torva bar depth sink here for all those dishes that you need to take care of after a long day out in the woods. In the back here, we have plenty of space for seating. All of our benches come standard with seat belts, so everything's pull tested. You're able to bring up to 8 people in this van. So we get a lot of people asking how our dinette beds work, so I wanted to show that for you guys here inside this van. We have our seat backs here, which are latched to the walls. And what we can do is we take the larger cushions here and we insert it right in between where I'm standing on these rails on our benches here, slide it all the way back. That creates the bed space. So you eventually, with the other seat cushion here, you get essentially a queen size bed in the back. All right, so one of the more interesting things about this van is that, as I mentioned earlier, our customer is a huge wildlife photographer enthusiast. So with that comes with a lot of expensive camera equipment. And as someone who wants to keep that out of the way and in a discreet location, we devised this great little solution underneath our passenger side dinette bench. We have a lockable system here where there's 2 different locks, and inside here we got plenty of carpeted space for camera equipment, lenses, and even a 110 outlet with USB ports so he can charge his batteries and devices. You'll also notice we have this pretty sweet little subwoofer here because in addition to wildlife photography, our customer is a little bit of an audiophile. So we went with an upgraded sound system with Focal speakers in the front and back doors, plus this Pioneer subwoofer here that can really pump out some great sound. All right, rounding out the rest of the details here, on our driver's side bench, we have all of our electrical and battery systems inside. So that's where we keep our 2000 watt inverter, 540 watts of Battleborn Game Changer batteries, along with our SPAR air heater. We also have L-track from the floors, walls, and ceilings to provide plenty of tie-down points for gear. That way you can just hang bags on the fly without having to, find a new place for it every time. All right, so that was the Blue Wanderer. If you want to see more details about this van, check out some of our other builds, or just look at our website, head to adfsprinters.com, or if you want to learn more, shoot us an email at sales@adfsprinters.com.